So let's decide you're not going to leave, you're going to stay. So you stay and you look for advice or you talk to somebody. What else can you do? Compromise. So talking it out with the person and saying, you know what, I have got no idea where you're coming from. Your view of the world is so different to mine. Your view of this situation is so different to mine. I just can't fathom. But I'm open to hearing your side of the story and to try and understand it from your point of view. But you need to be willing to meet me halfway and do the same. And if the person's not willing to meet you halfway and do the same, well then maybe a quarter when you say, well, okay, I'll do this and this, and you do that and that. We got to that stage in our house around chores. Okay, so if I do the washing and ironing, my husband will do the, I was going to say the hoovering, I don't mean that, the lawnmower, and picking up the poos of the dog. Okay, so he does that and I do it. And then, well, he would do the bins and then I would do that. You know, and it sounds ridiculous, but now we've got this system that works and I don't feel like Cinderella anymore and he doesn't feel like he's having to clean the toilet, which he's never had to do in his life. But it was compromising and it was discussing and it was... But you need an open mindset to do that. And a lot of people have a closed mindset. My way's the right way, my way or the highway. It's black or white, it's right or wrong. But there needs to be an area where of grey, 50 shades of grey. You know? But where you can open up the discussion and say, well, and you might need to get a mentor or a facilitator or somebody to help you do that, because that's not often easy, and particularly if you've hurt someone else in the workplace or in a relationship or whatever. Also to say, am I making this situation worse? Because I know how to press my husband's buttons. I know how I can make him get really cross. And I know when I can just let the waters calm. Because we fall into the same patterns all the time and I can see it. But sometimes we do blow things out of proportion. Maybe yours isn't a big bin liner. Maybe your black bag's just a wee black bag. Maybe it only comes down to there. You know? But you in your head see it as something huge. So yes, it's asking yourself, is it that bad? Writing pros and cons. Okay, so I've got this decision. If I go down that path, what are the positives and negatives of that? And if I go down that path, what are the positives and negatives? And 9 times out of 10, one will outweigh the other. You know, we do the exercise, but we kind of know we've already decided what we're going to do. But it's just a visual prop that helps us make a decision. Another thing that's really important in that is living with your values. If you decide to stay in a situation, be it work, home, whatever, can you stay there and be true to your own values? I call them your hot buttons, right? So if somebody was to say something mean about my family, by God, the tigress in me comes out. I can say what I want about them, but somebody else criticises them. That's one of my really important values, and that's how you know what's important to you. Somebody loses a wallet and you find it and you pick it up. Do you go, ooh, hoo, hoo, and put it in your back pocket, or do you think, oh, the poor soul, I better take it to the police, or oh, there might be a phone number in there and I'll give them a call and I'll hand it back? That's a value. It's important to me to be honest, or it's not. Half of us don't even know what our values are. So we go through life and we try and fit in with it. We marry somebody else and they don't know what their values are either. And in fact, we marry our opposite. And then we get together and then we're all cross because they're different. Duh. But we're not taught that. We don't realise it. That's why they say love is blind. Because we make that person a reflection of what we want, not what they really are. Or we turn a blind eye. We see it and we choose to ignore it. And it's that animal thing again where it's like, you know what? I would rather be in that situation than be on my own. I'd rather take that job and hate it than have no job. I'd rather whatever. We compromise all the time. I'll have ladies come who have relationship issues and I say, well, if you were to turn the clock back 20 years and be in your 50s now, not have married, not have your kids, not have your home, do you wish that you... No. And I said, well, you can't change the past. They were the decisions that you made at the time. You can change your future, you can plan your future, but we work on the basis of where you're at now. And it's about learning, where am I at now and how do I move forward?